Go. Tricky mate. Hello? What the hell is that? Oh my god. I just made it. Oh my goodness. This is really unbelievable.
Hello everyone and welcome to Take It to the Max show with Grandmaster Max Dlugy, where I'll be playing all comers at 5-minute chess in the 5-minute pool and commenting on it, hopefully doing a little better than usual. I had a funny, tough game with Lufas where my rook accidentally got dropped on this, when I didn't even plan to make a move with the rook, I think. So I lost that game when I was actually winning. That worsened my score quite a bit. Anyway, what's happening in the world of chess as I'm waiting for my next game is the Russian team championship. Karyakin has been beaten already by, I guess, was it Grishuk? Barely survived against Kramnik on his way to the World Championship match. It's going to be tough. There are some good players out there. And of course, Gadakamsky is doing pretty well. America's own. He's drawn some tough games against some of the top players in the world. Today he drew Peter Svidler. So that's a tough tournament to follow. Two top teams, I guess, Moscow and St. Petersburg, fighting it between each other. But the highest rated, I think, is from Novosibirsk, and they're not doing that great. But we'll see how that finishes up in a couple more days. Okay, here we go with a Sicilian defense, and that's from an IM from complicated flag, too small for me to really figure out what it is. Is it Argentina? Is it looks kind of light to me, but anyway, playing an international master. He played a interesting move order, bishop c4. There are definitely some cool ideas behind it, but I'm just developing my pieces. I'm going to play this move b5 to preempt white from taking care of the center here, and maybe bishop b7, just to force some sort of moves that maybe white doesn't really want to play. And I'm going to play knight c6. I'm kind of waiting for d4, yeah, and then I want to play knight b4. That's my idea, to try to kind of force white to give up that bishop, because on bishop b3 obviously I'll be taking on e4. So that's a nice little gift. Now the question is, can I play rook c8 or even b4? Okay, b4 doesn't look that convincing. Rook c8, queen b3, a6, a4. Probably I should just play e6, yeah? I think I got a good deal already out of this. Okay, now if I take and just castle, that pawn will be quite weak, I think, on d5. I'm threatening b4 now that my king has evacuated. So I don't think white's initiative is going to be enough for this weakness. So I should be a little bit better here in the final analysis. Let's see what white decides. Okay, bishop f4. But now when I take on d5, I'll take with a tempo. That's a nice deal. I'm definitely going for that one. Knight takes d5 will come with a tempo. Here's my tempo. And okay, now the key is to find a good way to win this position. f5, knight d2, it looks like, and f4. Does white have anything good on that? I'm going to play that because I don't see anything good on that. So I'm going to go for that active way of trying to win. Even though obviously I could have played it more serenely with moves like rook c8, or I don't know, h6, queen a5, queen b6, lots of moves. But sometimes going for the big win is important, even though the move looks a little dangerous. But there's nothing that I see for white except knight d2. Okay, this is possible, but that's, you know, that's a whole bishop. And that's a whole big bishop, which I'm going to, of course, take and simply leave from this catastrophic pin at some point. Now, should I leave? Should I stay or should I go? Let's see. Knight g5 is what white has in mind at some point. So maybe if I just go now, white will play queen b3, and I'll play some move like this is always interesting to figure out the best way of winning a winning position. Okay. Maybe the best way is just to exchange rooks. Say I exchange rooks, and then there won't be so many rooks to hit me with. Yes. Okay. I understand. Now I unpin myself with the aid of my big queen that's going to hit e1 at the same time. So not afraid of knight g5. And now unpinning is going to be very serious business here. Knight f6, unpinning myself completely. Now there's queen takes queen and rook d8 check, but I can interpolate with my rook on e8. And that's going to be pretty safe. Well, that's a pin that no one has yet escaped from, my friends. And that is in fact what happened, and the game's over. So what happened here, if we go quickly, we'll see that I played a little bit trickily. I played this move b5. I was thinking if white plays a4, I can play c4, and on bishop a2, a6, and the bishop's kind of stuck there, right? But if he plays c3, then I hit him with bishop b7. So he could have played d3, maybe a better choice, but he played bishop c2, but now comes knight c6. And d4 is kind of stopped. I mean, I think prophylactically, I could say it should be stopped. And white should have played some other move. D3 maybe to just get his pieces out and first, and then try to get his pieces out later. But he played d4, kind of missing my big point, which was to get at his bishop. And without the bishop, of course, without the light squared bishop, there's no attack. So I can simply play a6, even though I was toying with ideas of playing b4 here. Queen a4 check, queen d7, queen takes b4, d5, but I don't like it this much. Okay, Canadian player is playing this line. I'm playing the London, classic London system. Bishop g3. Galakamsky would be happy for me, I believe. Let's see. Okay, big choices. Now bishop b5 is a cool move, but I'm going to go with bishop d3 for now. Let's see what my opponent has to offer. b6. Okay, I'm going to play the main move, which is e4. That's not a very good reply. Black has to play bishop e7. Oh my god, this should lose. Almost by force. Let's see if I can find it. Knight f6, queen f6, hg, g6, bishop e4. Let me just take first. Keep up all my options open. Yeah. Now just take a pawn. Yeah, take a pawn. Just take a pawn. Up a pawn. Thank you very much. Nice opening. Knight a4 is a possibility, actually. Kind of wins the tempo. Knight b3, a5. And a bit draggy. Although, yeah, knight a4, I think, logically speaking, should be good. Tempo is important here. One up a pawn, get rid of your opponent's potential counterplay by winning some time. Okay, queen goes to e2. And where's the comp for the pawn? I don't see it. Stabilizing the position. Rooks to the center. Okay, is e5 a real threat? I'm going to hit this pawn on e5. In a way. Actually, wasn't really a hit. Black could take on d3 and play e4. That's a bit annoying. So maybe I should just put my bishop where my mouth is. Stop that e-pawn called. Interesting. GF is interesting. Improving my pawn structure quite a bit. Maybe I should take with a bishop, so that that bishop survives the tactical melee. Now I'm threatening bishop takes knight and queen takes pawn. Okay, that I can take, I think, and just sidestep. Sidestep to f3. I'll sidestep, then on knight e5 I have queen f5. Or just sidestep to c2. But then queen e5. Bishop takes knight. Who knows what's happening there? Tactical schmactical. Okay. Queen c4. Knight e5, queen c5. That I like more. I'm going with that. I'm going with that option. Look for better squares for your pieces, okay? Here I found one, which is pretty cool, I think. Yep. Alright, but now no real compensation for 2 pawns. This should be pretty good. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep that intact. That is an intact situation that I want to keep intact, okay? Okay, and let's exchange some rooks, I suppose. Okay, well, just bring him in for now. Bring him in. Okay. A4. Maybe just b5. b5, so I can just continue pushing that b pawn, eventually hoping to queen it. Okay, trade rooks and go for it. A seriously connected pass pawn, and the rook that can't move yet. If I play rook d7 and knight a6, I will win it. Okay, black wants to play knight takes pawn, I suppose. Okay, I'm going to stop that for now. Improve my bishop ever so little, but planning to go knight b7 at some point to pick up yet another pawn. Black is very resilient. c4, c5 looks strong. Okay, I'm just going to play to improve my king for now. And to stop black's real moves here. Just to stop black's moves. If you stop all of your opponent's moves, he will stop moving. And that's definite. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, the knight can go back to a hole I created on f5, which is a cool little hole. There's a hole. Okay, I can now... Is there a mate? Not really, right? So let me not take anything yet. Let me just play around with black. Is rook d6 mate? Not really, right? Okay. It would be made soon, though. For example, how about now? And now, okay, I'm going to take a pawn. Okay, now I'm threatening mate in 2. Believe you me. Mate in 3 maybe. Rook d6 followed by f4 is serious mate. Okay, so I'm not letting black take on a4, contrary to what you may be thinking. It's just not something I'm giving at this stage in the game. Okay, that's a good defense, but of course that means that I'm no longer under attack. And well, let's see, let's just continue moving our pieces up ever so lightly. Black is running out of moves. Okay, there's one. Okay, let's check out. Yeah, this looks like a very good move actually, because bishop f7 is next. That is a very good move. I mean, when your opponent's roughly stalemated, it is possible that he's also close to being mated. And this is the case here. Okay, well, what happened was, of course, in this position, this is a very famous position now, and Black needs to know that he has to play bishop e7. It's the only move in the position. This is very dangerous. White's pieces are all moving out, especially after bishop g3, although it's hard to play another move. And of course c5 is hanging, but also knight f6. So very difficult to suggest something for Black, and he lost the pawn, and with it the game. Okay, let's play, let's play Queen's Gambit accepted, maybe. Yes, there it is. QGA against my Italian friend, and a little feistiness here from me. b5. Okay. a4. Okay, let's defend that with c6. Take that one and defend that one. And let's not be too greedy. Okay. Exchange down. How can White play this position? Let's see. It's tough if you don't know what to do here, actually. Okay. All right. Let's continue developing first. Everything else comes later. Very sharp position. Of course, it's possible to just lose it, but on the other hand, it's one of those things. My opponent's deep in thought. Okay, here I go. All right, let's see now. Maybe I should attack on this side. I mean, this is such a tactical position that it's difficult to even comment on it, because every move has something going for or against it, and really a lot of calculation is important just to stay alive for both sides. Okay, so this is obviously an attempt to sacrifice a rook, which I'm going to accept, by the way. That's my rook. Accept it. Okay. Now Black wants to play d5. So I'm going after this one. Okay, now I'm going to go knight b4, I think, so that I can have knight d3 check on rook a7. That's a cool move. Doesn't quite win though. What if I go this way? Knight d5. What if bishop d5? Bishop d5. Very tough position. Okay, and if I take that one, rook takes. Okay, I'm gonna take that one and go king here. I guess white is trying to bail out a piece down with 3 against 1 on the king side. That's one possibility. I do have knight d3 check at times. Oh boy, not on this one. Shoot, that's a bad situation to be in. Missed that one. Okay, I gotta play here, I think. It's the only move. Oh my god, I missed that one. In a way. Oh, I completely missed it. Yeah, now I'm losing. Yeah, that's the winning move. And now I'm just dead. Yeah, as I said, tactics. You gotta get those tactics right. I got them wrong. Wow, nice game, Mr. Sorma. You got me. I'll be resigning him any moment now. That was a tough game, see? Looked like I was winning for a move or two. But I relaxed and boom, bishop c5 killed me. Just destroyed me on the spot. Yep, well, that happens. I'll play on just because, you know, my opponent has a minute. Who knows what that minute... What can happen in that minute is anyone's guess. So I'm gonna just play like the material's even and hope for the best, which is rarely happens, but you never know. Especially someone who played this well early on. I doubt he'll miss 94 check in a significant way. And he didn't. And now the pawns are going on and on. And yep. Well, that's a strange one, because that is obviously going to give me some more chances to draw. All right, that's a nice blockade. That is actually a drawn position if I can just get rid of this guy. All right, this is officially draw, my friend. Amazing how I managed to draw that game. That should not have done. That should not have been done. Okay, I'm just playing like this. And even though I'm 3 pawns down, you can see that there's no way past this little thing I created. Of course, I'm not letting that king into h5. That would just be silly. And I can go for a draw if my opponent accepts. Yes, he did. Okay, very good. So, craziness abounded in that game. And obviously, this is one of the most tactical lines in chess theory right now. And who knows what the hell's going on here after knight e2. My opponent played a really cool move here. Just sacked the rook. Just said, take it. Jesus. And just developed. Now, why is my position not so good? I have no idea. I don't know. I think I played correctly. Bishop d6. 90, maybe 97. Maybe this is what I should have played. 97. knight e7 instead of knight b4. I was very interested in stopping rook a7 with knight d3 check, and really, but after knight e7 maybe I would have something else. Anyway, got lucky, extremely lucky, by just not resigning, following one of Hikaru Nakamura's advices to never resign. My opponent simply did not defend the whatchamacallit, his rook. Why didn't he defend the rook? I have no idea. He simply didn't, and that created the possibility of me taking back some material. And then I barely drew, huh? That was pretty silly. That position was pretty silly once I lost my... Okay, well, anyway, here it is. A new position, a new game, a new pawn. Knight takes c6. Grab that pawn. Grabbed it good. Grabbed it good, man. On the b5, I can take because... Okay, he did play b5. Okay, I can also play a4 is what I was about to say. And then retreat my bishop back. Okay, bishop b5, take. And then black gets his hand at my queen side. I think if I just play a4, b4, knight b1, it's actually going to be a slightly better deal than this. Although I may be wrong. What if black just takes on a4? I kind of didn't consider that even. That was silly of me. Anyway, the a pawn will be a bit weak. Just castle it, I guess, for now. And I'm playing really badly here. After winning that pawn, I'm playing badly. Still will have an advantage though. When black takes on b2 and I'll take on a4, black's a pawn will still be quite weak. And the bishop on g7 will not be doing that much. So I will still have an advantage, but you know, I think maybe I should have taken on b5. It is quite possible that taking on d5 was the correct procedure. Correct tactical procedure. Okay, what's happening with this? Times a little bit weird. Let me get those times nicely done here. Somehow they got eroded, huh? Okay, and my opponent is clearly... Okay, I'm gonna correct that for the next game. For now, let me think about what's going on here. So he understands that just... Okay, I'm gonna double on the a file with queen a1. Okay, I'm going for it. Interesting. How do I break through here? Bishop a6, queen a5. Okay, I think it's time to play rook a3 and just play for b3 then. I won the pawn so easily that I completely relaxed, and that's bad. I thought, okay, this is a good move, but I thought e6 was even better. But okay, bishop c7 would threaten to take, and then what? And then play b3, b5. If I play b3 now, e5. So it looks like I should move the bishop out simply. Letting him play e5. Okay, now what? Very weird position. I can't believe I screwed up this badly. Alright, I'm gonna go for b3 because I need my pieces to come alive. I can't just wait there for them to suffer because I'm playing so badly. So I'm gonna make them come alive a bit. The d5 pawn may become weak for black once the position opens up. Black can take on d4 twice. I'll take on a4. We'll exchange. Actually, knight a4. Well, I'll just do this. On f5, I'm planning to go bishop e5 to put my bishop to play. Okay, maybe not a big advantage for white anymore, but I call it home. What do I do? Screwed it up a bit. Okay. Oh, I just missed that. That was possible, hey? Nice. All right, well, time to get my pieces doing something then. If I'm going to be pawned down, I might as well have my pieces do something. Am I threatening to win the queen with knight e2? The answer is yes. Time is a factor, I believe, in this game. See if black ignores my threat, play something king h8, that would be nice, right? 1 minute 15 for black at this point, 2:22 for me. That's a full minute. That's usually worth a pawn. So I feel good. I feel good about my winning chances, even though I have not played the best game in my life. On knight c4, I'm going to play queen a6. Did that defend? She did. Fine. Queen's going to f5, f6. So my bishop's going somewhere where it's doing something. Namely c5. I'll win back the pawn and hope for the best. Up a minute and a half on the clock. Okay, b6 is hit. And yeah, he finds the move that is the best move in the position. By moving the... Okay. My God, he keeps finding best moves. Same idea, huh? This is not so hot. It's not such a killer. And 20 seconds left. I might as well put an RIP sign here. Black is going to lose on time. Of course. I could have taken on c4 first. Well, I'll do it later. Pre-moving is going to kill him too. Should I play bishop e2 or just knight e2? Let me just play knight e2, I think. Enjoy a good bishop. A good bishop against... And here we go, a good bishop. And more goodies. And okay, I can already take a pawn. But let me fix this king in a bad vibe. And of course, I won on time as promised, guys. Okay, I mean, this is a blitz game. And if you're taking too much time, you're going to lose. Okay, what happened here was cool. Knight b5 is an idea of Levon Aranyans that he told me about. Just discombobulates black's pieces a bit. The knight on a6 doesn't feel so good. And then we just go in. Now, of course, this is not how black is supposed to play. C6 is not really that good. And now this is just a pawn. Black played a really good move, b5. Now, what should I have done? I suppose I should have done something else. But I didn't. And therefore, we got to where we got. So let's just do something a little bit nice here. Okay, let's get this in here so that it looks nice and beautiful for you guys. Okay, and of course the other one too should go. And we're gonna put this one in here. And there's my opponent playing with the full 5 minutes, and this is nice for you guys. Okay, so what do we do? Do we still play Queen's Gambit accept? No, let's go King's Indian. I'm a little bit worried there. Okay, Trumpovsky, my friend the Trumpovsky. Checky, very important check, by the way. And let's go back. And now we go with, okay, a couple moves here. One cool one is Queen B6. Let's see if I should go for that. I'm gonna go for it. Queen B6. Yeah, that's nice. Always nice to see someone going all the way back. Now on pawn takes pawn, is it gonna be E5? I don't think so. I think I can take and maybe grab my dark square action here quickly. Quickly grab my kingside action. Okay, check, just to check it out. Aha! Well, that's good. Now let's get my bishop developed to a nice square. Wow, these pieces look really weird. What if I check King F1? And I'm gonna check to make it more difficult for the king to really. And I'm gonna take and play D6. I think that's a good combo here. The king is probably, the king wants to go to F2 now. This is why I checked it out of there. And the pawn search is nice, and there's no dark square weaknesses really. So okay, knight G4 does get that bishop away from, and that's a good deal. I think if I take out that bishop, it can't be too bad. Okay, now time to go back. Maybe to E7 though. Nah, I don't know. Okay, let's go all the way back. I think I have a brilliant position. And finally my knight's coming out. And I can exchange another knight for the bishop. If I go on E4, I'm gonna do it. White is just a traveler. White is just a world traveler here with his king. But you know, that's got some problems. C4 is hanging already in a pretty serious way, and I'm not joking. I want that pawn because that pawn kind of holds the position together. I'm gonna take it no matter what. Just give me a little time. All right. Well, if I take it, knight G3, right? So it's actually a bad move. I played rook C4. Okay, I'm definitely taking this one. Should I play G6 now? Maybe just bishop D7. Now the rook on C4 is quite strong. Okay, this guy's going back. Yeah. This is scary. Why did I allow it? Okay, let's protect the B pawn so I can move my bishop. I was thinking bishop E6, but then rook E6, huh? So bishop F5 then. Okay, bishop F5. So my queen can move away to F8 or something. That's a double threat that I missed completely. Rook E8, and the only defense is this, I think. But it's not too hot. Oh, what am I talking about? That's not a defense. That's just ridiculous. Wow, what a game to lose. This is not a game I should have lost, I think. This is a game I should not have lost. Okay, let's go into hiding for now. See if I can get some counterplay going with the queen side here. Doesn't look that plausible. But I never resigned, right? So my opponent played so badly early on that who knows what's going to happen now. It's almost a mystery to me. Let's just continue piling up. Let's just continue trying, at least. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good at all. I should be giving this up. And okay. Might as well play till mate, right? It is mate. Okay, this was not very good, obviously. What happened there was just ridiculous, because actually, completely, I think I was completely winning in the opening stages. This position is just a godsend. And I took that bishop, and now I started playing badly. Knight f6 is okay, but then why knight e4? Why not just finish the development with bishop d7 and just slowly grind this out? Anyway, that was not to be. And now we're having a fight with FM alias. Alrighty. This was interesting. This was actually played by Kramnik only once against, I believe, Gadakamsky. And even though he won, he did not trust his position enough to repeat this experiment. And I don't as well. I don't. Okay, this is a cool move, but you know, there are some weaknesses that are being created, and I will come back for them. I will come back for those weaknesses, believe you me. That's a nice idea. Okay. What does black want? Bishop e4? Fine. Knight a3. Knight is going to be maybe stuck on b4 for a while. Okay, that's trying to unstick it. Okay, time to develop maybe. Develop some more, and we're both castled. That's nice. Okay, black is on this amazing attempt to just beat me here. Takes. Okay. Okay. Knight f4 is a threat. Okay, let me try to just simply exchange these bishops for now. That's probably the most logical. Even though I was calculating bishop b8, rook b8 for a while, but it's probably most logical. Now I can take on b8 and take on d7. That looks good. That looks actually pretty good. Again, if you hit the base, everything else falls out. And I'm hitting the base on d7. I was thinking about bishop b8 earlier, but black had rook b8. And okay, g4 is a cool move, but how does that work exactly? He doesn't want to give me the base. Knight e1 is possible. What else is possible? Knight e5 is possible. But then d6. And then knight b5. Not so clear. Knight e1 looks most reasonable. Well, I can still play d6 actually. Alright, what to do? Good move. Excellent move by black. I'm gonna go for this. All right. I was more worried about d7, d6 there. But here black also has compensation of some sort. Okay. And yeah, I'm quite passive. If I don't play knight d3 now, when will I play it, right? If I play f3, maybe I have to play f3 here. Black can play h5 simply. If I play b3, rook d8, and then f3, rook d2, rook f2. Tough. Black is not worse. All right, then if that's the situation, then I'm gonna go for equality. If I can get it, of course. I'm not that sure I can get equality here. Okay. Well, I have no choice. And here. And now I have to go bishop e2. And I got nothing. Wow. Black played extremely well. I don't know if I should even try to play for a win here, because there's no real reason why this should be a winnable position for me. And black is continuing to play reasonably well. I did spend a lot of time actually figuring out this position. But it is kind of close, so it should be able to draw. Wow. Nice play in the 5-minute pool today by my opponents. Couldn't quite prove anything. Well, I'm not gonna just stand there. I'm gonna try to play knight d5 then. There you go, checky. Well, that looks very drawish. Yep. Well, yes. I can play this position all day long, but unfortunately it's just a draw. Unfortunately it's just a draw. Well, I did trick a little bit. That is this nasty trick I played. Still should be a draw, but now it's much tougher. Ooh, that I don't like for black. I think now black is actually close to losing, close to being lost. I think this is not a holdable position anymore. Nope. Nope. somehow managed to trick black into this. I got him into this feeling of complacency, and goodbye. Well, that I do that sometimes, and you know that does happen. Let's see if we can get another game in. Meanwhile, so what happened there was amazing actually, because my opponent was playing so well for so long. This is a very complicated position. Of course, f5. I don't know. Maybe I should have played c4 immediately. Why did I play e3? But okay. We got to this very complicated position, and here I thought bishop d6 takes rook 8 and knight. Okay, and here I thought this is just crazy, but g4 was a killer move, because actually, how do I make use of this? If I play knight e5, black just plays d6. My knight's hit, my bishop's hit. Both can't survive, and black has a great bind on the king side. So sometimes when you move your pawns forward, it's a good thing, because you take space. In this case, space was something that black, yeah, by the way, in this position, d6, and the bishop is still trapped out there no matter where it goes. If it goes to a7 maybe, okay, but then I thought queen, well, maybe that's the best move. Maybe then pawn takes pawn. Anyway, very complicated, and maybe maybe black was right not to do it. Okay, playing the invisible man, hoping for the best. International master, I am invisible man. Okay, here's my London again. Keep trying it. Keep learning about it. All right. This is the last game, guys. So if he beats me, that will be good. That will be my second loss, which would be unfortunate, of course. But such is the lay of the land. Okay, knight e5, because I don't move my bishop if black is expecting it. Okay, black is expecting, he wants to play something like bishop a6. Well, now I'll move it, but not before. Okay, let's play c3. Right, castle then. This is the maneuver that Magnus Carlsen showed us in his tiebreak game against Yangui in Qatar or Gibraltar, one of those big opens that he won. And it was pretty cool. Okay, here, what does black want? Also do something with my knight. So if my knight can go to c4, it's not going to be so dangerous. But what is the real deal here? I don't know. This actually makes sense the way black plays this. The way black is playing it, it makes a lot of sense to me. f6 is in the air. Alright, I'm going to take this one, and I'm prepared to play knight c4 and play this position. Whose pawns are weaker? I don't know. Tough to say. It looks roughly equal to me, but I may be wrong. Okay, I'm going to keep on the knight. I like this knight here. The e6 pawn is a bit weak. If I break out first, I'll have an advantage. Should black play f5? Okay, I'm putting the bishop there, threatening f5 myself. Okay, now maybe bring the queen out there to put some more pressure on that pawn with queen h3. Also leave my rooks some room to maneuver in, like rook d1. Complicated position. Okay, now, okay, too early for f5. Okay, and rook d1 now. To think about playing d5 at some point. g6. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought at some point will happen. Now, queen h3, queen h4. Queen h3, f5 anyway. I'll go queen h4 for now. To stop the obvious moves. And now queen h3. Black is breaking out, that's fine. e6 is hanging, so black will have to weaken his pawn structure a bit. Okay. Now what? Okay, now I think it's time to bring in the pieces. Bring them back. Bring them back. And try to use the queenside advantage. Somewhat. Some advantage. Some of this queenside advantage. Yes, that's fine. I understand. The bishop is still hemmed in by its own pawn, so that is not that dangerous. And I want to play for b4 at some point. Yeah, that was the only issue that I had. To play bishop c4 first, maybe was important. Okay, now I have to play bishop c2, which is a bit of a shame because I didn't really want to take my eyes off that e6 pawn, but okay. Now black wants to play e5. Okay. So let me prepare for that in advance. e5, fe, queen e5, and then g3. Okay, so I'll play g3 now. And I'll play b3 now. I was going to play b3 anyway. I can't play c4 though, because rook d4 is going to kill me. So I have to be very careful how I deal with that. Oh man, I maybe should have played b4 instead. Yeah. I'm going to go for it, b4. Okay, now we of course we can take this and hopefully enact this slight advantage on the queen side. I don't know if this is an advantage or disadvantage yet. Yeah, because the bishop is nowhere to go. Alright, well I'm going to go rook d2. I have bishop b3 on rook c4, and otherwise those pawns are moving up. Going to a5, and who knows, hopefully something. Yep. Ah, nice little move here that I did not expect. Okay, but this position is not so simple, because there are other weaknesses here that black has that he should mind. This is not going to be easy to draw. Maybe it's a draw, but not easy. First we hit this weakness. Okay, black is maybe correct in immediately giving up that one. Okay, now this is interesting. This is an interesting endgame. I've never seen it before, and so it's interesting. Let's see. How should I proceed? h3, g4 at some point, right? So let's put the rook on e6. Ah, he's so smart, this guy. He's so smart. Okay, let's bring the rook back. Okay, bringing the rook back. Now he's pre-moving. Okay. Okay, now my king is going up, 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 and going after the h pawn. I'm not going to make it easy. I never promised you a rose garden. And with 9 seconds left, you're going down. Okay, now I'm going to take this pawn. Check. And take this pawn. Check. And of course, white is winning now. Whew, well, that was a workout. Everybody, this is Take It to the Max show with Grandmaster Max Dlugy. I think I did reasonably well today, although hopefully I'll do better next time. See you next week. All the best. Keep looking at some of the top tournaments in the world. Learn and enjoy. Best to you guys, everybody, and girls, of course.